Viewers, I'm delighted to be here today with Andy Tebby from Backert Labs. Andy, how are you?
Peter, it's good to see you again.
Man, it's good to see you. Every show, something new, something better.
And this time we're seeing less of you because there's a new slender version of Peter behind the camera.
Thank you much.
But let me just introduce you quickly to what we're doing at the show today. We've got three companies in this room. First one is High Fidelity Cables.
Okay.
That's Rick Schultz's company. He has cabled out this room. So we've got, he uses magnets in his cables in ways that I, as a mere mortal, cannot understand. But they are in the speaker cables here. They are in the power cables over here. He's even got a power strip, which is literally my favorite component in this entire room and which nobody will talk about.
Really?
But that power strip at home made my stereo sound like the Grand Canyon just opened up in front of me. And I called Rick Schultz the other day and told him that. I'm crazy for this power strip, probably more than anything else in here.
Okay.
The other company that we're
Great endorsement.
working with today is Soundstage. They make the platforms. The platforms also have a huge effect on the sound quality of the music. I am blown away by their speaker stands. These are $8,000 because they have so much solid brass in them, but he's also got wood versions which are much less expensive. And then this entire rack system, also brass, also steel, but this is $6,500 just because there's less brass to it. Again, sounds amazing, completely different from when I put my stereo on normal rack components. I think these are maybe the most unsung hero in all of audio right now for pure value of making your thing sound better for not terribly
Yeah, what's the
money.
street price on the rack of that configuration, if you know?
This is $6,500
Okay.
for this whole thing, and I'm just blown away. But I know there's a rack down the hall that's $60,000. I mean, that's just, I can't do that. My company is Backert Labs. We make preamplifiers. The Rhythm 1.3 is on display here. We're proud of this preamp because it's the only thing in the world, not in the world of audio, but in the entire world, that can have Teflon capacitors in its power supply. And we kind of, for the Rhythm 1.3, we went a step further and we're using the V-caps, Teflon caps, but they've got copper foil, not the normal tin foil. So we basically went as crazy as we could on the power supply capacitors. What that does is it basically gives a really responsive power supply. So you've got great rhythm, a very nimble sound, a lot of resolution, and I guess I can talk on and on. I'll sound like a salesman. The other things we have going on in the room, we have an acoustic signature Primus turntable. The Primus is kind of their bottom of the line. It's $2,000 with tone arm. And the thing sounds, it crushed my $5,000 English turntable that I have at home, which I won't name. But it turned out immediately out of the box, immediately crushed. This thing is so good, it's ridiculous. And the power amplifier, circling back to High Fidelity Cables, the power amplifier is Rick Schultz's M1, where he takes a power amp by luminance and modifies it using his technology, which again involves magnets. That's a $30,000 component and sounds every dollar.
No kidding.
So that's what we have here. A lot of people are asking, do we have subwoofers? It's one of those situations where I get to say, ha 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 ha, there's no subwoofer, ha ha. These are tube traps that are made by the gentleman in the next room, which you may interview, DJ or Skip, as some people call him.
I did.
They are pretty cool, and they really do help the sound quality. So that's what we've got this
Very
week.
good. Wow, I'll tell you, it's great to see. Met you many years ago. Saw Backert Labs go from be a startup to be an established audio company.
Yeah.
All to you.
Well, we've got the $10,000 Rhythm here. We've got the $4,000 Rumba behind you, and then we've got one in the middle as well. And we're just sort of excited right now. We have a phono preamp coming out in a couple of months.
Oh, great.
It's going to be around the $4,000 price point to match the Rumba. So, thanks for stopping by.
Sounds like it's time to do some listening.
Great.
Okay, here we go.
heaven. I've got scars that can't be seen. I've got drama, can't be stolen. Everybody knows me now. Look up here, man, I'm in danger. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm so high it makes my brain whirl. Drop my cell phone down below. Just like me. By the time I got to New York, I was living like
was spectacular. I know you didn't want to hear the David Bowie, but I've heard that David Bowie track in at least 20 exhibit rooms, and this might be one of the best I've ever heard. I got goosebumps up and down on that. It was just so spacious and realistic, and there was so much information coming at me in a non-fatiguing way, and that's the key. All that information, and yet it's not shaving my ears off, and it's just inviting me into the sound. Spectacular today. That's
I agree. I thought it sounded fantastic.
yeah.
I thought it was going to be an old David Bowie where the recording quality is a little bit off. This was fantastic.
Yeah, utterly fantastic. Definitely, this is a gold showroom. So, wow. I don't know what to say. So, well, fantastic, man. I can't wait to do the video and hear it on the big system when I get back home.
That's great.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Okay.
Great showroom. Capital Audio Fest 2019, Backert Labs.